Hey everybody, it's Megan Shree from Megan Shree LLC, and I am excited to be filming this video. I actually spoke at a conference last weekend and shared my personal story on gut health and weight loss, and one of the things that came back from that is that I need to speak out more about it. And so I'm really excited to share basically what I shared last weekend. What I want to do is I want to start a dialogue. I want people to feel comfortable talking, because if you're like me, there was a level of embarrassment about talking about your weight and gut health and what you were going through. For me, it was embarrassment that I let it get that far. So I'm going to share my story, and I would love to hear your guys' story. If you want to hit me up on DM or send me a video or whatever, let's talk. I want to start a dialogue to hopefully bring awareness and maybe change some things. So let's talk about what's worked. So my weight loss story openly starts at birth. I was born a 10.5 pound baby. Yes, my poor mother. And I had the nicknames throughout my childhood to go along with that. Piglet, ham, brownie, things like that. It was ingrained in my mind from a small child that I was fat. At a very young age, I started having some major stomach issues, and I started going to the doctor to find out what was wrong. It was about third grade, 8 or 9, when I went to the doctor, and I know I'd been having stomach problems for a while before then. Ultimately, I remember prune juice and mineral oil being part of regular routine in my childhood. In the end, I was diagnosed with IBS. I also started developing ulcers at a young age due to stress. Some emotional trauma that had happened in my life kind of had triggered that, and that's something that continues on to this day as I develop ulcers due to stress. And so in order to treat those ulcers, I was put on a daily prescription of Pepcid. So basically what was going on is I was taking this daily prescription of Pepcid, so my body wasn't producing the acids it needed to digest, and I had IBS damage, and ultimately I wasn't digesting the food properly, and then I wasn't absorbing the food to get the nutrients I needed. So my body was on constant starvation mode, and I was gaining weight, and I couldn't figure out why, but basically it comes down to it. My body was hanging on to everything it could find just to find nourishment. And so let's be honest, I was the malnourished fat kid while I was growing up. As the years went on, my health deteriorated over time. I became a chef with late in life allergies that totaled in about 211 items. My weight led to type 2 diabetes, and I was an emotional eater. I found comfort in food. I tried diets, but inevitably I would yo-yo back and be heavier than what I was before. And I remember at the age of 28 ending up in the emergency room. And I remember feeling defeated as the cardiologist talked to me about weight loss and proper health. And about 2 years later, as those 2 years went by, life happens and stress happens. But I ultimately was facing a divorce, and I let my emotional eating get the best of me. And also, I'd been fighting off depression for years, and I just kind of let it sink in. On December 9th, doctor's a visit. It's really sad that I remember the exact day, but it was kind of a turning point in my life. I went to the doctor, and I stepped on the scale for the first time in 2 years. It had been 2 years since my heart attack, and that was the last time I had gotten weighed in. And I stepped on that scale, and it read 327 pounds. And I remember the same sense of deja vu as I sat in that doctor's office, and we had a point blank conversation about long-term effects of uncontrolled diabetes, insulin pumps, and a second heart attack. But this time it wouldn't be minor, it would be major, and ultimately it could end my life. All of these things are very sobering, and like I said, it was a turning point for me ultimately to make some changes in my life. I remember thinking, how did I let things get this bad? How did how? There was a loss for words. Just how did I let things get this bad? But there was an other part of me that was saying, how do I change this? Because I had tried diets, I had tried different things, but nothing had truly, really worked and worked long term. And so that's kind of where I was. I just felt very at a loss. I'm very grateful actually for a friend who didn't give up when when I ignored her phone calls. She called me not once, not twice, but 5 separate times before I'd actually taken her call. And I'm very grateful that I did, because through that I was able to learn about a company called Avase, and that company runs what's called Clean and Lean Challenges. And at that point in my life, I needed something, and so I took the challenge. And as that challenge, I took those challenges. In the first 30 days, I noticed a difference, and it was I've dieted before. This was a different difference. This was very different. And then after 90 days, I saw a significant difference, and not only my health, but my mood, my sleeping patterns, just all kinds of different things were having a huge effect on this Clean and Lean challenge. And I could tell that it was a full lifestyle change. It wasn't just not eat, starve yourself, or a protein shake that you do for breakfast or things like that. It was an entire lifestyle change, and that was kind of key in turning things around. Ultimately, over the course of 2 years, I lost 107 pounds, and I hit a weight loss plateau at about 220 pounds. And I just figured my body had balanced out. This is where I needed to be. I wasn't at my ideal weight, but I was happy. When you've lost that much weight, you're pretty happy. I knew the new challenge ahead of me was maintaining that weight loss. Could I maintain this weight loss? It was about that time that the Avase company introduced what's called the Love Your Gut line. And very, very skeptically, when someone tells you, and you've had gut issues, someone tells you that this product is going to help your gut issues, you're skeptical. And I was skeptical, but I took the protocol, and I'm going to be honest, I was completely shocked about the impacts that it had on me. First off, I noticed that I started losing weight again. I actually started dropping weight again, which was significant for me at the time. I also noticed a huge reduction in my IBS symptoms. And those are two major things that are very, very important to me. Now, I talked to you about being allergic to 211 items. Those are late in life allergies. And ultimately, it was a pretty incredible day when I was able to sit down to a taco salad with peppers on it. I hadn't had peppers in 15 years or more, and I was able to sit down and have peppers on a taco salad without an emergency room visit. I was able to sit down to milk and cookies. Now, mind you, I had those for breakfast, and I'm totally fine with that, but I had milk and cookies for the first time in years. There are just different things that by repairing my gut, I can reintroduce those back into my life, and it was shocking for me. It was amazing. It was a true testimony in these incredible products, but I was letting time and consistency of using these incredible products literally change my life. And now I'm filming this 4 years after that December 9th doctor visit. It's 4 years and 1 month, almost to the date, and I've lost a total of 127 pounds. I am no longer insulin dependent. As of March of 2017, I actually no longer insulin dependent. I control my type 2 diabetes with diet and exercise, which is pretty incredible. It's been 9 months since that had happened, and I've been able to maintain that over that course of that 9 months. The other really neat part is I'm no longer at risk for a major heart attack. I'm no longer on any heart medications. I took back my life. I am able to live a healthy, active life. Now, I'm not at my ideal weight. I told you that already. I am ready to take the next Clean and Lean challenge. It starts on February 1st. My goal is to lose 40 pounds. The goal is to lose 1% of my body weight, not 1%. 10% of my body weight every single month for the next 90 days. It's a significant goal. It's absolutely huge, but I know I can do it because I've already done it on these Clean and Lean challenges. I know the impact that they can have. So I'm really excited to get this going as of February 1st. If you want to take that challenge with me and do a Clean and Lean challenge, see the difference. Take that 90-day challenge, see the difference after 90 days. let me know. Let's take that challenge together, and let's make this happen. There is a winner. Avocet does offer the winners $500, a winner of $500, an Apple Watch and free product. Second place gets $200, an Apple Watch and free product, and the third place winner gets an Apple Watch and free product. So there are three winners. It's done by percentage, so women don't get discouraged that the men are going to lose more weight. That's fine. It's done on your body percentage. The other really cool part about this is it also does by gains. So if you want to gain muscle mass and things like that, I have a friend that is doing a fat to fit competition on this 90 days to show you the difference between these products and the ones he's used before, which is pretty incredible. So take a minute. DM me and let me know. If you like this video, if you think somebody needs to hear my story about gut health and weight loss or anything like that, send this, feel free to share this, and let's start a conversation, because it takes communication, it takes talking to make changes in the world. You all have a wonderful day. I hope to hear from you soon. Bye-bye.